The other day, or actually yesterday, I went to just a local market here and I wanted to get my mineral water that I get fairly often. I think I drink about half a liter to a liter that a day. It does get a little expensive, so I might curtail it. And I saw this stuff right here. I saw this STEWARTS Fountain Classics. And I haven't had this stuff in a very long time. And I'm used to kind of shopping at, I know this is going to sound snobby, but I'm used to shopping at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. And most of the stuff I get there, if not all of the stuff that I get there, doesn't really have any food coloring in it or, like preservatives or stuff like that. I mostly eat like Whole Foods, and if I'm going to have like a sugary drink, I just literally mix sugar with maybe like juice or something like that. But I passed this stuff. And I really liked the way it looked. And at night, I've been having a harder time falling asleep at night because I've been walking a lot, and I actually rode my bike last night up to one of the parks, and I rode around the park and I rode back. And I'm actually having a hard time getting in calories enough. And the reason I know this is I just don't sleep at night. When I eat enough, I sleep really well. And when I don't eat enough, I don't sleep well at all. And so that's kind of my barometer of figuring that out. And lately I've kind of been falling into the same trap as I have in other videos. I don't want to talk about that in this video though. So I wanted to drink something, a little sugary drink last night. And so I had one of these, right? And as soon as I drank it, I started tasting these chemicals, and I kind of chugged the whole thing. And this bottle without anything in it is almost impossible to read. But then I looked down and I'm like, it tastes like chemical warfare going on in my head, or in my, like just in my mouth and everything. Water and cane sugar is the first two ingredients. I don't usually read ingredients lately, to be honest with you, because I kind of know usually what I'm getting. And this is kind of an outlier. I haven't gotten this in a long time. But anyway, citric acid, sodium benzoate, acacia gum, natural and artificial flavors, ester gum, yellow 5, and blue 1. And then I see produced by Mott's. Imagine that. So STEWARTS that I remember growing up with, I think in the 90s it came out or something like that. Or maybe it's really old, I don't know. But I remember it from growing up, and it didn't have food preservatives. If I can find an old label, I'll find an old label and I'll put it on here, like somewhere in the section here. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I still can taste it. And this is the morning after. That has many connotations. It's the morning after. And I can still taste the chemicals from this thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these things at all, because I kind of don't want to give them to people because I don't want them drinking this stuff. But at other times, most people don't care about this, but I could just taste the difference. I have another one from my Trader Joe's haul. If you didn't see that video, I'll put it at the end of the video so you can go check it out. I forget what it's called. It's like blood orange, soda or something like that. And that literally just uses blood orange, or sometimes they'll use beet juice or something like that to color it with. A lot of stuff you get out of Trader Joe's, they color it with fruit or like beets or something like that, or carrots, something somewhat natural. Not 4 preservatives, basically: citric acid, sodium benzoate, acacia gum, and ester gum. And then you got natural and artificial flavors, and you got yellow 5 and blue 1. Why is that needed? It's a lemon, or it's key lime. You telling me that you can't get juice out of key limes? I mean, what? So I'm assuming they weren't always part of Mott's, who is probably owned by somebody else, who's owned by somebody else, who's owned by somebody else, who might be owned by the company that owns these artificial food colorings. But I could taste it, and I'm just making a video about it, probably way too long of a video about it, to talk about how ridiculous this is getting. Why can Trader Joe's, I'm pointing to my fridge, why can Trader Joe's make blood orange juice, soda, and have blood orange juice in there for the coloring, and you can't, Mott's is a big company, you can't make key lime and use something green to color this. And it can't be that much green in here, because look at how light shade that is. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out there, and the chemical warfare that I felt. I mean, there is more. You could have literally stopped at water, cane sugar, and natural flavoring. Like, put key lime in there. It's called key lime. There's a thought. I don't know. I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, that is my short little video about that, more of a rant. What are your thoughts on food coloring going in everything? Not my favorite at all. I really don't understand the use of this. Especially, you know, I'm somebody who grew up working in a food distribution place. And I saw how much was wasted. There is no shortage of food wasting going on in almost any country, especially this country. And a lot of it is fruits and vegetables and stuff like that that people don't buy. You can't tell me that some of that waste you can't get a dye out of to put in whatever it is that you're making, or just don't dye it at all. Like that, like my favorite that I just didn't feel like carrying a 12 pack of this stuff like a mile from, you know, my house, of that cherry cream that they make at Whole Foods. It's clear, and I still can drink it. Imagine that. It's clear. No food coloring at all. That's my rant. But it's ridiculous. There's no way they were using this stuff back when you know, it was actual fountain soda fountains. There's no way. Anyway, that's my rant. But it's ridiculous. I mean, if I didn't notice the taste, it was so bad. I still can taste it. And this has to be, what time is it? It's like almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and I probably had this at 10 o'clock last night. So that's ridiculous. Anyway, ranted on enough about that. I'll talk to you in the next one. Like, subscribe.